So today we got Tesla shooting to the moon again, we got Nkla crashing back down to earth, and we got Hindenburg Research ready to short another stock. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome into the video. So today some crazy things went on. So first off, let's talk about some earnings. As you guys know, I hate holding through earnings, but I do like playing the pre-anticipatory run-up towards earnings. So for example, today I was contemplating buying Tesla. So I was not going to hold Tesla through earnings, but my plan for this possible trade was to buy Tesla at the beginning of market and hold it throughout the hype leading to the earnings and sell out right before market close. Now I did not execute this trade. I did not see the opportunity there to do this, but that is a potential trade that I was thinking about making. So anyways, congrats to those who held Tesla through earnings. It's up huge after hours while I'm filming this video. They absolutely destroyed estimates. They're very profitable this quarter. Very surprising for some analysts. And once again, Tesla just kills earnings. Congrats to Tesla longs. I'm missing out. I was loaded up when Tesla was down at 250, but I ended up selling when Tesla got up to 900. And now look at me. I'm sitting on the sideline, Tesla at 1600, and all I can do is watch. So congrats to you guys. Congrats if you held through earnings. Some huge gains right there. So some earnings that I was thinking about playing leading up to earnings with Microsoft, ticker symbol Msft. So Microsoft had a very solid earnings. They beat estimates. But why is this stock down after hours? Now my thoughts on this is we saw the same thing with Netflix. Netflix had great earnings, but they were down huge after hours. This has to do with two things. So even though these two companies had great earnings, Netflix dropped because of their estimates. The expectations were so high, people were already expecting Netflix to destroy estimates, but they were also expecting good guidance. So today with Microsoft has been running crazy, some steady gains throughout the past like 3 months. So Microsoft was pretty much priced for perfect earnings, and while they did have an earnings beat and a pretty solid all-around earnings, the stock is down 2.5% while I'm filming this after hours. So this is just based on how high the valuation is and how high the expectations were for Microsoft going into earnings. People were already expecting this earnings beat. Microsoft Teams is going nuts. People are so excited about the new Xbox, and of course Microsoft is just killing it as a business. But looking at the stock, it is valued very highly. Rightfully so. The earnings were just overpriced going to earnings, and for that reason I tend to not hold through earnings, because sometimes we don't know what's priced in or not until after earnings, and what the price reaction does, that pretty much tells you what was priced in and what's not. So that's the reason that I hate holding these stocks all the way through earnings. So let's get into the next topic of today's video, which is Hindenburg Research, the one that we all hate. They screwed us on IDEX. Who are they going to screw us on next? Let's look into this tweet. So Hindenburg Research tweeted, "Tomorrow we are releasing a report on a 1 billion issuer that has been soaring on pure hype. We expect that will soon reverse as we reveal troubling payouts in a business that seems to barely exist." So you already know I had to fire something back at Hindenburg Research. We all hate these people. So I quoted this tweet, "Looks like we're buying the dip tomorrow." So of course I'm not all the way serious with this, but we do know that Hindenburg has been sued so many times. They put some fake information out there. So what this company does is they short a stock super heavy. After this, they put on sometimes false and misleading information out there to make this stock drop like crazy. Now we've seen them do this with Workhorse. We saw them do this with IDnomics, ticker symbol IDEX, which has not even come close to recovering after that. So this company can be devastating for so many stocks, but at the same time, it can provide dip opportunities and buying opportunities. So this is something we're gonna have to watch tomorrow. Be careful if you're holding the stock that they try to destroy, because we all know that Hindenburg causes so much fear into the investor landscape. So some speculation on what this stock that they're shorting could be. Some are saying Nkla, some are saying SPAC, ticker symbol SPAQ. And guys, I gotta throw this tweet in here. I was reading these responses. This guy says, that's probably 90% of the EV market plus tech stocks plus biotech. Oh wait, perhaps 95% of the stocks in the NASDAQ. Okay, that one pretty much killed me. This man is speaking the truth. So some other ones people are guessing, Northern Dynasty Materials, ticker symbol NAK. This is the one that I'm invested right now, and it's currently down huge after hours. And I'm guessing this is because people are speculating that Hindenburg is going to be shorting this one tomorrow. Now I doubt that this is going to be the stock that they short. Reason because the stock has been around for decades. It's just been here for a while, and Hindenburg is referring to a newer company, it seems like. Another one that people are guessing is Boxlight, ticker symbol BOXL. It does kind of have the same pattern that we saw with IDnomics, ticker symbol IDEX. Of course, Boxlight is trading on pure hype, something that we saw with IDnomics. We got hit hard with IDnomics, so who knows if this could be Boxlight or not, but in my opinion, this definitely could be a possibility. Okay guys, let's be real. Pimp Juice got this one down. It's definitely ticker symbol DEEZ. Alright, anyways guys, this is something to watch for tomorrow. This stock's gonna get hit crazy hard. If you want to short this stock immediately, that's not a bad option, as it'll probably get hit throughout the day. But then end of day, definitely take off of your short, potentially go long, because we do know Hindenburg likes to provide false information. The next day, false information can come out, and Hindenburg could be sued. Who knows what could happen? So I would go long on whatever stock they say at the end of the day, if I believe in the company, if the opportunity is there. So just make sure you're watching this. Potentially, you could short this for a day trade, but just keep watch. I do not plan to short because I don't like the risk factor of that, but it is an option if you want to ride the momentum. And then at the end of the day, potentially go long on whatever stock this is. Just something to watch for, guys. So a stock that I was buying pretty heavy in today and that I really do like for a swing trade within the next few weeks, this is Revive Therapeutics, ticker symbol RVVTF. So why do I like this company so much, and what intrigues me about this company? Let's look into it. Revive Therapeutics is finalizing an FDA application for phase 3 for their drug trials. The company is involved with development of medicines meant for rare disorders and infectious diseases. They also do have a pretty big cannabis drug portfolio throughout the business and their business model, and are also working on medication to stop the you-know-what virus. And finally, the drug that they're filing the FDA application for, this is to evaluate this B drug for lung inflammation. So because of this news, the stock reacted by going up 20% yesterday, and it was back down 5% today. I took this as a buying opportunity. I was loading up on shares, and I do think this is huge news for the business. If they get that FDA approval date coming out, things could start going very, very well for this company, and I'm very excited for the future that this company has. This company has a big history with rheumatoid arthritis, and if this does get approved by the FDA, this is absolutely huge for the company. Now, I would not be holding through the FDA approval date. If they do get the date, and leading up to the date, I'll play the pre-anticipatory run-up, but then I'll sell out right before the date just so I can secure profits, and just so I don't hold that risk going into that 50-50 bet, approved or not approved. So this company is starting the trial with more than 800 subjects. And in this article, it is saying that they're pretty much planning an extensive study on this drug that they're working on. So this is not small news whatsoever, and I do believe that this stock should have popped more than 20% yesterday, and this 5% drop today just confirmed an amazing buying opportunity. And of course, I was loading up on shares at these prices because I do believe in the near future, this stock is going to bounce hard. We could see up to 50% upside. And just for the future of this business, I really do like this a lot. The more that I read about this, the more catalysts that I see coming up, the more successful drugs that they have. Things are just going very well. This is a big buying opportunity for a very, very cheap stock. So yesterday, I was saying Tomi Environmental, ticker symbol TOMZ, was an absolute steal at those prices. I was loading up on that dip yesterday. Today, it was back up another 8%. Solid bounce back. It does have more bounce back to come, and it does have a big run up coming up to earnings. So once again, I just have so much faith in Tomi Environmental. For those of you who don't know what Tomi Environmental is, they have these big sprayers that pretty much spray down everything, getting rid of the virus. And you can also spray this on food. It's just an amazing product. It's $23,000 each to buy these sprayers, and they're getting so many orders. Their LinkedIn is busy as ever. So this company is performing like crazy. If they give any guidance or any news leading up to the Q2 earnings, this stock is going to pop 20, 30, 40%. And I do expect a huge earnings beat leading into earnings and more hype leading into earnings. So this is one of my favorite swing trades right now, and a pretty easy money hold leading up to earnings, that pre-anticipatory run up. And with this one, this is one that I'd be okay with holding through earnings unless I believe that earnings are already priced in. And I don't believe we're anywhere close to earnings being priced in. Earnings being priced in with this stock, for earnings being priced in with this stock, the price would have to be about $2.50 or higher for me to believe that amazing earnings are already priced in. So that's my thoughts on Tomi Environmental, a stock that I'm a pretty big fan of right now. So one of my stock trading rules took action today. So Orogenics, ticker symbol OGEN, had a huge pop pre-market and at the beginning of market. This stock popped 50%. As you guys know, I was buying in heavy yesterday if you follow me on Twitter. As you guys know, I was buying in heavy yesterday during that big dip. If you follow me on Twitter, you definitely know. And if you're in the private stock group, you know as well, as I was telling you exactly when I was doing it and why I was doing it. So today we saw that 50% pop in Orogenics. My penny stock rule is, if a penny stock jumps 50% in one day, you gotta take profits and move on to the next opportunity. So I saw this happen. I took profits immediately. As soon as I woke up, I saw this up 50%. Boom, I sold, took profits, moved on, used that cash for another opportunity. But throughout that whole day, OGEN was just trending down, down, down. It closed the day up only about 8% compared to the 50% that it was up during its highs for the day. And I just wanted to show you guys this penny stock trading rule in action and how this pays off so well. So once again, I'll reiterate what I do with penny stocks. As soon as I see a pop, I take profits and I move on to the next penny stock opportunity. That's my strategy when I trade penny stocks. You can never put your trust into a penny stock. No matter how much you love the company, never trust it. Sometimes these companies can be frauds. Sometimes people can just start shorting these stocks and affect them greatly. You just never know what can happen with the penny stock, but what you can bet on is the short-term price movement, and I bet on this. I use the short-term price movement for the quick run-up. I take profits, move on to the next opportunity. Now, of course, there's a few penny stocks that I love a ton long-term, such as Kronos and Tomi. Let's talk about Kronos real quick. Kronos, ticker symbol KNOS. This is a game-changing company and probably my #1 penny stock right now. Today, I actually added another 5,000 shares to my position as this stock dipped a little bit. And the business model is just amazing for our current situation. So they make these air purifiers. It takes like 15 minutes to purify a whole room and get rid of 99.99% of germs and bacteria that's floating in the air. They also provide pretty much the best masks you can get right now, the safest masks. And plus, this company is selling out of products. As you can see, they're just selling out. Go to their website, try to order some of their products. A lot of these products are sold out. They're also increasing their marketing. Their infomercials are bound to come out very, very soon. Things are turning the right direction for Kronos. And as you guys know, I've been talking this company up for the longest time, and I'm still gonna be preaching it. I'm buying, buying, buying at these amazing prices currently. And this is actually a penny stock that I have a bunch of faith in. I know they're not frauds. I know they're very honest. And I know that they're selling out of orders. So looking at that just gives me faith in this one penny stock. And I'm very, very confident for the midterm of this stock. I'm looking to hold this 2 to 3 months out, reaching the full upside potential and just taking some huge profits in 2 to 3 months. It should be great. So the next stock I'm going to be talking about is a super, super interesting one. I was actually talking about this one a couple weeks ago, and this is ticker symbol PSTH-UN. This is the biggest SPAC IPO in history, and this happened today. It opened at $20, and this SPAC was valued at $4 billion. Like I was saying, the highest value SPAC ever to IPO. As we know, Pershing Square is run by Bill Ackman, the legendary hedge fund investor. He's the one that shorted the market He's the one that shorted the market last year leading into March and made some crazy gains with that. He's just kind of a legend in the investing community and a genius. So there was crazy hype around this IPO. As you guys can guess, as soon as we opened today, it was up 6%, and then it closed the day up around 7%. So let's talk about what this company is and what they plan to do. So this company plans to acquire a venture-backed, low downside, high upside unicorn company. So this is pretty much saying that they want to invest in a low risk, super high reward company that's kind of one of a kind. So looking at this for investors, this is super interesting. Now we have no idea when they're going to acquire this company, when they're going to merge together, but what we do know is when news comes out about this, whenever it does, and if it is with a big company like we're expecting, this one-of-a-kind unicorn, this SPAC is going to go absolutely crazy. It's going to go parabolic. I would expect another 50% if they get with a successful company. Think about if they merge with Airbnb, SpaceX, something crazy, Blue Origin. Who knows what company they could go for, but they could go for one of the biggest IPOs in the next year. And for that reason, I do plan to invest in this company. I do plan to have a small position for the long term, and I do plan to trade the hype in the short term. So let's talk about some more things with this SPAC. I am looking to buy under the $24 range, and I would be happy to load up on shares under this range because the upside is huge for the future. So let's talk about some SPAC statistics. So before acquiring a company, SPACs on average run 9.2% up. After acquiring the company, on average, these SPACs run 41.4% up. These are some huge numbers, pretty much leading to a 50% gain within the time span that the SPAC gets created and acquires the company. That's about a 50% gain right there. Looking at this company, the upside is even greater. Looking at Bill Ackman, he has so much hype behind him, behind investors who want to put their money with this super smart man. And also being the highest valued SPAC ever, they're probably going to go for the highest valued IPO knowing this company. So that is another thing to watch for. The fact that this SPAC is raising $4 billion, this gives them access to potential IPOs that other SPACs do not have access to. Like I was saying, we could see Airbnb, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Impossible Foods, whatever other huge IPO you can think of. This SPAC has the potential to hold this company and turn into those shares once the acquisition ends. So because of that reason, I do plan on making a pretty good sized position in this and reaping the benefits for whatever happens. Because just looking at this, I'm very, very excited for this SPAC having access to IPOs that other SPACs will not have access to. So let's talk about some potential downsides. First off, we know that Bill Ackman is a genius, but he is also super, super risky. In the past, we've seen him take some crazy risks that led to over $1 billion in losses. While he has much more success than he does losses, this is something to watch for, as hopefully he has success with his SPAC, but anything can happen with a risk taker like that. But personally, I have full faith in Bill Ackman. The second risk, along with this SPAC, investing in it, it could take up to 2 years for the SPAC to actually find a company to merge with. Now, I would guess it takes around 6 months to 1 year, but it could take any time, including 3 months from now to 2 years. Anywhere between there, it is fair game. So we may be patient, we may be super patient, but it may be 2 years. But make sure you're aware of this. But I do believe that they'll acquire the #1 IPO. As long as that IPO is looking for a merger, this Pershing Square Holdings will be the one that they go with. This should be the first choice, just being the highest pure value standpoint. And like I was saying, the price target to get in for this one is under $24 for me. So I do want to talk about some other opportunities coming up. So Churchill Capital Group, ticker symbol CCX. This is one to keep an eye on. Somebody in the stock group showed me this today, and this is a SPAC that is soon to be merging with Topgolf. As the OG subscribers know, in the past, Callaway Golf, ticker symbol ELY, was one of my favorite investments a couple months ago. So the reason for this was because they have about a 17% stake in Topgolf, and that was my big play about a couple months ago, and Topgolf was not public at all. It was not merged with anything yet. So this was the only investment you can make on Topgolf. So what was my thesis behind that? My thesis behind Topgolf earlier in the year was the fact that golfing is the perfect social distancing outside activity. So you can keep your social distance, you can hit some golf balls, you can eat some appetizers, drink some beers. This is just kind of perfect for some work parties, something to be outside with, and something fun to do. And while still being at a restaurant type experience, just not being inside and being much more safe. Also, I was saying back then that golf is going to take off just because golf as well is a great social distancing activity, and it just gives you the space that you need to be able to be safe. So about a month or so ago, Topgolf reopened after being closed during the pandemic, and while they do have limited capacity, I have been seeing Topgolf featured on a lot of socials while doing my social research recently. And yes, I'm very bullish on this stock. Now, looking at the price right now, I'm not sure that there's enough hype behind this. After I look through the investor landscape, I do not see enough investors backing this, but I will be looking to make an investment in this whenever earnings come close, whenever some PR comes out about Topgolf, because I'm a huge fan of this company. This company is a revenue cash machine, and I will be a big investor when the time is right. This goes straight to the top of my watch list, ticker symbol CCX / the merger with Topgolf. So let's talk about Lkco Technology Corp, ticker symbol LKCO. So I've been getting a ton of questions about this one, and let me tell you guys what I'm doing with this one. So yesterday, pre-market, we saw this shoot up to 18% gain. When I saw that, I actually took profits. After the open, it was up about 10%. I decided to take profits right there because I was not seeing the support needed on the charts to reach new highs after that 10% gain. So I took profits on LKCO yesterday, but I do plan to buy in heavy next week. So the 31st is the date that the company is buying the shares for $3 each. Now, these companies are valued at about 70 cents each, so leading into that date, I'll be loading up on shares. I do see the upside in the stock being next week. This week, I do expect this to go up and down on a day-by-day basis, but I will be making a small position in it this week and just increasing my position into next week because I do expect some solid gains into next week, and they do have to reach $1 to stay in the NASDAQ by October. So I do expect this company to do all they can to get to that $1 range, which is why it is a great investment right now, offering that 30% plus upside just to reach $1, and plus that $3 buyout. Very, very intriguing, very good news. Now, of course, it's hard to trust a Chinese company, but I do believe the risk reward is worth it in this scenario. So one last stock I want to talk about in this video, it's AYRO, ticker symbol AYRO. So we know that this is the cheap electric car company. So I was actually loading up on shares after hours today, which is pretty much right now. So why am I doing this? So listening to the Tesla conference call, Tesla announced that they are going to have a location in Austin, Texas. So AYRO is also located in Austin, Texas. And in my opinion, Austin, Texas has the capability to be the EV capital of the world. I do believe that AYRO will benefit greatly off Tesla being located near them, just bringing more attention to the business. Who knows if they can collab on anything, work together on something, who knows, but the upside is there. And I do believe the stock will have a pop tomorrow, just because of the Tesla news being out, about them being in Austin, a play on news, and I do like this company long term as well. So a very, very solid investment. It probably is more of a trade if we see a pop, but if there's not a pop tomorrow, I will be holding these shares just because I am such a fan of AYRO, the company. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It feels great to be back after missing the upload yesterday. Sorry about that, but I did still get the watch list out for today. And if you want to join the private stock group, the link is down below. What happens in the group is I send my portfolio screenshots every single day. Every time I buy and sell a stock, I send messages. And there's discussions all over the Discord chat. So if you're interested in joining that, the link is down below. There's also some links down below if you want $5 free on Acorns investing. If you want to get 2 free stocks on Webull, one is valued from $12 to $1,000, as long as you make an initial investment of $100. And then you can also get a 1 free stock on Robinhood. So do keep in mind, I am affiliated with these companies. I do have to let you guys know that. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great investing day today. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you need anything. I'm always here for you guys. So thanks for watching, and let's get rich.